That was made good. To tell you the truth, Grant and Gavin Hawk were the last guys I would expect to be making double action out the front. I've been following some of the really neat designs for a while, and they come up with some interesting stuff. But apparently, attention got turned to making a new design for a double action OTF. They're quite proud of it. Unfortunately, it's just come out of the prototype stage, so they're not very interested in sharing the inner workings quite yet. But they were able to talk about it. I made a YouTube video with Gavin, and I had a chance to talk to Grant, and I got an interesting point of view from him.
It's made so that they're all done like that.
You're still working on mining machinery?
And this one is also
Yeah, we're dabbling with it. We kind of put our toys away for a little while. The price of metals are down. But we still dabble, and I still do a little prospecting. And I have a couple of projects that are coming along, development for mining equipment and so on.
I grew up in Mexico.
Gavin, he's pretty much 100% knives now?
Yeah, well, he likes the mining stuff too, and so we work together on it. And so we built quite a few mining prototypes. We have a project or two that's actually being marketed. So we're working at it, but not quite as strong as we were for a while.
What were you saying? You got a commission to make a double action, went through a bunch of prototypes and come up with this design?
Well, it was suggested to us that making out the front would be a good idea. We made one. We didn't really like the way it come out, so we just started over a couple of years later. We spent well over a year on this one alone, just building prototypes and testing. It goes on and on. It's been difficult to solve all the problems.
So the main claim to fame with this one is in the open position, you really don't have any blade wiggle.
Well, and that's the hard part. That blade is turned completely loose when it's fired into lockup. So then the challenge is that you have to stop it and catch it and lock it all mechanically, and it needs to work every time. So that's been a problem.
The button, you have a sort of a special thumb rest.
Well, yeah, the button. For one thing, we wanted it to be open, or not open rather, so we can have it closed. And so that was part of it. Also, with a lot of out the fronts, when you're pushing on the button, you're also pushing on the surface of the handle. And here, everything that your thumb touches moves with the switch and goes forward. So we think of that as an advantage. And then we have our pocket clip. This is another version that we've done before with a gripping pocket clip. We like that. So, just a different way of doing it.
Right now, you're producing all these. Do you plan on having going into some manufacturer?
No, there's no plans in the works. I think we're just going to make them ourselves for a while.
Okay, so they're going to stay custom by you guys.
Yeah. They're complicated to make, and we like having it all in-house, and that's the way we're doing it now.
And they don't. How many do you make a year?
Well, we haven't got to a year yet. I don't know. We're trying to bump things up a little bit. We're barely starting, so we made a run of 14 prototypes. And we're starting on a second run of only 25, and this is like the first 3 or 4 of those. So where we go, I don't know. But we have plenty of orders, so we're going to try to bump that up a little bit. But it's hard to predict how all that comes out.
Well, talking with Grant Hawk, it's a great knife. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you betcha.